Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to my unboxing of the Fallout 76 Collector's Edition. Now, this thing comes in a huge box. It's pretty big. I got this a day early. It's supposed to be out tomorrow, but it came today, so I can't complain. And I only just realised it's numbered as well. There you go, so I've got number 46,151. Should have got in quicker with that pre-order. But yeah, this thing's huge. The moment I seen this, I knew I had to buy it. There was no ifs or buts. I have wanted a Power Armour helmet for as long as I can remember. And finally I get to have one. So let's bust this guy out and have a look. Oh, and inside is another huge box. So it's packaged in pretty well, so it should come in good condition. Right, let's see. So I got the Xbox One version. Now we're going to have a problem getting this out, I think. It's going to have to upside down it. Oh, that's better. Whew, this is a huge box. My goodness. Right, put that over there. There we go. Look at the size of this thing. This is huge. This helmet is going to be absolutely massive. So I quite like the box design. It's pretty fitting of the title. Just tap that, there you go. It's pretty good. There's all the contents on the back. We're not going to go too much into detail on this box. I'm just going to bust it out and get to the good stuff. And then you've got another box. It's pretty cool. It looks like an actual company design box for a T51 helmet. I'm pretty happy they've done the T51 for this because it is my favourite armour by far. Right, so all the extra stuff is on top. So you've got your instruction manual here. Just pretty much tells you the electronics, the ins and outs of how to work the helmet. Standard. And then you've got your Fallout figures. Yeah, collectible figures. I don't know if they were calling them action figures or not. So this is just a little bag of plastic toys. It's got a few Scorch Beasts. It's got some mutants. It's got some Protectrons. They're just sort of old-fashioned army men style figures. I'll bust them out in a few moments. We're gonna have a look at them. We've got the game and a lovely steelbook. That's really cool. I'm not going to lie, I'm not one for steelbooks, but it came with it, so I can't complain. It's just plain on the back there. It's pretty cool. Like it. Like it's a plus. And then, second last, you've got your glow-in-the-dark map. I'm actually going to get that out just now, and we'll have a look at that before we do the helmet. Now, if any of you guys follow me on Instagram or social media, you'll know I love glow-in-the-dark stuff. So this thing is awesome to come with the game. It's textured. I don't know if it's meant to be textured, but you can feel where the glow-in-the-dark paint is. It's pretty cool. It's not a huge map, it's rather small. Let's see if we can get it out. I'm going to have to lay this underneath something to get it flat. What I'll do is later on, I'll film a little clip of this in UV light, and I will upload it to the end of the video. Yeah, nothing over the top. I'd imagine once this goes in the dark it will reveal a few secrets here and there, but yeah, just a standard looking map so far. Nothing on the back, just plain. Right, now for the good part. Time to get this armour out here. So it's just, as you can see, polystyrene and the helmet in there on its own. Ooh-wee, I have waited a long time for this bad boy. This thing's huge, massive, and so it comes with some batteries, thankfully. I don't need to go and buy some. And then you've also got your carrying bag for it, so I'm going to bust this out before we look at the helmet. This is a Fallout branded carry bag for the helmet. It's made of pretty cheap plastic, I'm not going to lie, so it's pretty creased up. It'll take a while for these creases to come out of there, but it's got West Tech branding on it there to match in the game, so the helmet will fit in there. And I can show you guys. It's quite cool, I suppose, if you want to keep this bagged up somewhere, if you do it for cosplay or stuff like that. fits in there quite nice. I mean, you could use this bag for other stuff, but it's quite thin and cheap, so actually I don't think it would last that long if you used it for general purpose. So I think it's probably best to keep this for carrying the helmet rather than anything else. So we've moved to the bag. Now it's time to look at this helmet in detail. I've waited long enough. It's time to get this looked at and enjoyed. So here it is. It is pretty damn huge, as you can tell next to my huge head. And the detail on it is awesome. The paint and weathering is actually very well done, so it does genuinely look like it's straight from the wasteland. Even the visor has a little bit of dirt on it there. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of this. It doesn't feel too cheap. I actually worried that when it would arrive that it would feel a little bit cheap and plasticky, but it feels alright. The plastic's quite thick. It doesn't feel flimsy. Especially these parts. I actually thought that this was just going to be like sort of soft and bendy, but it's not. It's actually hard plastic, so that's definitely a plus. This little bit moves up and down. That's a little bit shaky. I worry if that maybe snap one day, but you know, at the moment it seems alright, so I'll try not to touch it too much. This is actually made out of real wire, I think. I can't remember what you call this stuff. Real wire, so it's actually a genuine metal, which is pretty awesome. So that adds quite a lot to it, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm going to see where we put the batteries in here with the instruction manual. So the batteries go in the back here, apparently. That's not really too clear about where the batteries go. I'll have a look at this later and I'll upload a little clip at the end showing how the batteries are. But this thing is an absolute beast. It's huge. And I'm not going to wait any longer. This thing's going on my head. Right, let's see. Whoa. Oh my. This thing is huge. It's quite spacey inside, and I don't know if you can actually hear me all that well, but it's yeah, it's pretty roomy in here. Slides a little bit forward, so I might need to adjust this. I can't really see well, but it's pretty damn cool. I might just wear this when I'm like doing my daily tasks. Just wear it about. I think I might play Fallout 76 in this tonight. Oh, whew, it is warm in there. That is awesome. I have been waiting to do that since I pre-ordered this game, and I'm probably going to wear this thing all day. I'm just going to might wear it to the shops later. In fact, I've got my Fallout Christmas jumper on as well. I think these match pretty well. But this thing is awesome. This was worth every single penny. I'm going to bust the batteries in this and we'll have a look at what the electronics do and how it looks once it's all lit up and working. So yeah, keep an eye out in 2 seconds and I'll show you guys that. So one thing I did pick up on from this is I managed to get the head connector from the inside. It's just got like a little clip system, so this allows you to take it out, fit it to your head, and then put it back in so it's snug, because it's quite impossible to do it while it's in the helmet. Now, the downside is it actually snapped. Yep, so I'm pretty bummed out about that. Basically on the inside, you've got 4 of these little plastic clips, and they clip into the side and hold it in place. Just with a slight push, one of them's already snapped off, so I'm really hoping that this doesn't affect how my Power Armour helmet fits in future, because I'm going to be super bummed out if I paid that amount of money and it's broken and unusable. So once I get it back in, I'll be able to see how badly it's affected it. But yeah, that's a real bummer, because I mean, you're expecting people to take this out to fit, and it's snapped. That's a downside. And while I'm at it, the other thing I'm a bit bummed out about this, on top you've just got a sort of snap back cap system here, so you just put it into the hole so it can fit your head properly. Now as you can see, it just slips on here. Now you've got an actual twist connector at the back, so it tightens to the width of your head. Now the downside to this, don't know if you can hear it, but it doesn't actually lock. It doesn't lock onto your head at all. So when you twist this, it'll, as you can see, it can sort of tighten up the width of the helmet here. But once you tighten that, if you move your head in any way, it just moves, it pops. It literally can't be locked. Even when you push it in here, that just moves it smoother, so there's no way to actually lock that. Once you fit this to your size, if you move your head in the slightest, it's just going to pull away and pop back to an unfitting size. So that's a bummer. I expected that to be a little bit better, seeing as the price we're paying for this. Let's see. So that's you can kind of hear it. So when you move your head, that will click 2 to 3 bits the other side. So now it's just unfitting. So once it's actually fitting, it's kind of hard to pull off. But the moment I move it, it clicks and it stops fitting. So that is another thumbs down for that. That's a bit of a bummer. So I'm just quickly going to give you guys a little rundown of the helmet. I'm pretty disappointed with it, I'm not going to lie. I tried it on a little bit there, but with the issues I said before on how the connector doesn't tighten properly to your head, and the fact that these little clips aren't stable at all, it basically just means that it's just wobbling about all the time. When I actually put it on, it sort of flips down a little bit, so the plastic here completely covers my eyes, so I literally can't see a single thing when I'm wearing it. I'm going to put it on and show you guys. So that takes away the whole wearing it to the shops thing, because I can't see a thing right now. The really crappy connectors in here basically mean that this headpiece falls forward every single time, and there's absolutely no stopping it. So unless you mod this thing, this is unusable for cosplay purposes, which is a bit of a bummer. I know a lot of you guys were wanting to wear that for that purpose, but I feel like if that little connector stayed closed, this thing would sit perfectly every time. But the issue is with the connector, because that thing keeps unclicking and opening up, it basically just means that the actual helmet leans forward a little bit and you can't see a single thing. Now, as far as wearing it goes, it's slightly uncomfortable. It's really warm in here because they've got this little neck piece underneath, which means no air is getting up in here, so it is absolutely roasted in here. So I pretty much can't see out of the visor now. It's pretty damn steamed up. So I'm quickly going to show you guys the rest of the stuff before I suffocate in here. So you've got your light on the top here, which is a pretty damn cool feature. It's probably one of the coolest features of the helmet. Then you've got your sound effect, which I'm going to use the word sound effect lightly because this thing sounds awful. That's it. That's the only sound effect it makes. I don't know what sound that's replicating. It's definitely not one from Fallout. Sounds like a velociraptor or something. So that is pretty damn lame. I now can't see out of this at all. It's too steamy in here. Now it's got a voice changer. You press the bottom button on the earpiece here and it will change your voice. I use the term change your voice lightly because it basically just puts a little sound effect on top of your voice. I'll let you hear it. So this is the sound of the voice changer, and it's pretty lame. It's not actually changing my voice, it's just adding an echo on top of my voice. So you can make me out, and you can also hear the echo out in the background. So I'm going to click this. I actually had to take that off there because I borderline couldn't breathe in that. Whew. It is pretty warm in there, so I don't think you could wear this a whole day of cosplay. Absolutely no way, that is roasting. Whew. So as far as cosplay purposes go, I don't think I can give this any stars because it is borderline unusable. The connector inside is really, really badly made. It is loose. You can't actually get it to sit still. In fact, that's it. That's how much it moves up and down. You can hear it moving up and down in there. The fact that it doesn't stay tight means that it's always slipping forward, and then it is so warm in there. I think you'd struggle unless you cut this fabric piece off at the bottom. I think you would struggle having to wear this all day. That is seriously uncomfortable. The voice change is pretty lame and the sound effect is borderline useless. So yeah, I would say that this is more of a display piece than a usable piece. Maybe the novelty of just showing someone like you've got a power armor on your head, that would be pretty cool, but I would definitely say that as far as cosplay purposes go, it's a no-go. Sorry Bethesda, it's a really cool piece, but I don't think I'll be wearing it to the store like I hoped I would. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm bummed out about paying for this piece. I would say I'm a little bit bummed out on the quality of it, but it's still an awesome piece. I'm not going to lie, it is pretty damn cool looking, so I'm not going to complain about this being in my collection. But yeah, I'm not going to be wearing this anytime soon. So yeah, thanks for tuning in guys, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the wasteland. Bye.